All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a revolution. And look, this isn't something that's coming, it's here, right now. It's completely reshaping our jobs, how we make money, and maybe even what it means to be human. And of course, we're talking about artificial intelligence.
Now, I want you to just let that sink in for a second. Working about 2.5 months and earning more than an entire previous year. This isn't just a cool salary bump for one person. It's a massive flashing sign that the fundamental rules of work, value, and wealth are being completely rewritten by AI. And that kind of power in one person's hands, that's just the first domino. The rest are about to fall, and they're gonna fall fast.
So how does that one quote lead to, the end of everything as we know it? Well, we're going to follow the ripple effect. First, we'll tackle the end of work as we know it. Then, we'll see how AI is becoming a brand new kind of strategic partner in business. From there, we'll see how that rewrites the very rules of society. And finally, we'll ask the biggest question. What does this all mean for humanity's next chapter?
Okay, let's start with the thing that hits closest to home for all of us. Our jobs, our paychecks. The old promise that if you just put in the hours, you'll get ahead, well, that promise is officially broken. For most of the last century, the deal was simple. It's the model you see on the left. You work hard, you put in long hours, and that leads to wealth and a strong middle class. Your main asset was your labor. But now, look to the right. The game has completely changed. In the AI era, the rewards don't go to long hours. They go to insane levels of productivity. It's not about your labor anymore. It's about your creativity and your strategic thinking, supercharged by AI. This isn't a small tweak, you guys. This is a whole new economic operating system. And this new system, it's creating a totally new breed of professional. They're calling them solopreneurs. I mean, think about that name. A single person armed with AI and automation who can now do the work that used to take an entire team or even a small company. We are talking about one-person businesses pulling in millions of dollars and doing it all by themselves. So the bottom line here is crucial. This isn't about working smarter, not harder. No, this is a totally new kind of productivity, a new kind of leverage. It's a force multiplier that gives a single person the ability to achieve results that were unimaginable just a few years ago. The very meaning of being productive is changing right under our noses. Now, let's scale that idea up. If one person can become a hyper-productive engine, what happens when you apply that same logic to an entire company? Well, the impact isn't just bigger, it's fundamentally different. And this right here is maybe the most important mindset shift in this whole explainer. The old way, right? We treat tech like a tool. You tell it what to do, write a blog post about marketing. You give it a task, it spits out a result. But that's thinking small. The new view, the one that's a real game changer, is treating AI like a partner. You don't give it a task, you give it a goal. Achieve this quarter's marketing goal. That's the difference between just speeding up what you already do and completely reinventing the business from the ground up. And this isn't some far-off theory. This is happening right now. Think about how long it takes to build a business strategy. We're talking months of meetings and research. Well, with this AI partnership model, you can crush that entire timeline down to weeks, or maybe even just a few days. You basically feed the AI all your data, all your goals, all your past actions, and it doesn't just write a report. It generates a full-blown operational roadmap from your first product to your marketing plan. It's incredible. So, we've upended work, we've reinvented business. What do you think happens next? The next domino to fall is society itself. When the creation and manipulation of information gets this easy and this powerful, our bedrock concepts, things like truth, politics, and power, they all start to wobble. And this is where we get to the real heart of the conflict with AI. It is a true double-edged sword. On one side, it could be the greatest tool for good we've ever created. Imagine a court system with zero human bias. Imagine an AI that fact-checks politicians live on TV. But on the other side, it could be the most dangerous weapon imaginable. We're talking mass manipulation, deepfakes everywhere, and total state surveillance. It's a utopia and a dystopia, literally built from the exact same ones and zeros. And this is where it gets really fascinating. In theory, AI could become this kind of objective referee in a world of complete information chaos. Take the Cybertruck explosion, for instance. The media headlines screamed one thing, but an AI could instantly analyze all the data, the video, the police reports, everything, and just state the verifiable facts, cutting through all the spin. It could do this for everything from breaking news to major political scandals. So,
If our jobs are different, our businesses are different, and society itself is being rewritten, that leaves us with the biggest, most fundamental question of all. What does it even mean to be human anymore? And this isn't some late-night philosophy session. This is a question we're being forced to answer, like, right now.
Okay, this is where things get, well, frankly, a little terrifying. Some of the experts we're looking at are making a pretty bold claim that we've already done it. We've created a new form of super intelligence. Just pause and think about that. The core idea is that we may no longer be the smartest things on the planet. And if that's true, then everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe just got thrown out the window.
This analogy really helps drive the point home. The intellectual gap we're talking about, it's not like the gap between a smart person and a genius. No, it could be like the gap between you and a tree. You can't explain your mortgage to a tree, right? Its consciousness just isn't on the same plane of existence. Well, the argument is, a superintelligent AI's thought processes might be that far beyond ours. We might not be able to understand its goals any more than a tree can understand ours.
So if a huge part of work is automated, it forces us to ask this deep personal question. For centuries, our answer to who are you has been tied to our job title. If AI takes a lot of that away, what's left? Maybe, just maybe, it pushes us back to what made us human in the first place, before the 9-to-5 defined our existence. Things like art, philosophy, community, and just pure creativity.
And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most daunting challenge of all. We are building this incredible, powerful tool, a genie in a bottle that can grant almost any wish we have for the future. But it raises the scariest question of all. Do we even know what to wish for? As a species, can we actually agree on what a better future looks like? Because we have to figure that out, and fast. And that might just be the greatest test humanity has ever faced.